Hey friends, let's make this really cute and happy bee decor piece for a kitchen or dining area or living room. Tiered tray would be perfect. So I'm using this little mini cutting board. I get a Hobby Lobby. They have them this time of year and they're only like, I think $2.49, but I always buy it 40% off, so it's like $1.50 is all. And these are my silk screen transfers that I'll be using today, and I got them from Magnolia Design Co. And the link to those will be below the video, but they are so cute, just all kinds of bee stuff. But to begin with, I'm going to paint the entire board in black chalk paint by Folk Art. I was just getting that last little bit out of that first bottle. But anyway, I'm going to, I painted the first side and I'm going to dry that, and then I will get the sides and the back as well. And so now that it's dried and nice and smooth, I still don't want my silk screen transfers to pull up any of the paint. So I'm using the wax from Magnolia Design Co. too, and just spreading a thin layer on top. And this just kind of protects the paint that's newly put on there, and protects takes care of your stencils as well. That way it doesn't pull up the paint and clog all the little mesh openings. So I'm just putting the little hive on, and I'm using glittering gold chalk paste, and this is actually on clearance for 50% off right now, so grab it. It's such a pretty color for vintage and prim decor, but also for fall and Christmas, I think. Really pretty. So you just squeegee it on there like you're buttering toast, kind of. And then once you get it on there, then you gently pull up your stencil and then give it a dry before you move on and do the next part. I thought it was dry all the way, but it wasn't completely dry. And then I'm putting this other stencil above it, but the bottom of this stencil was just barely on top of my beehive. And so when I pull that up, it pulled up part of the paint of the beehive. But after it was dry, I was able to reapply my stencil perfectly on there and get that top back on there. So I get a little impatient and don't wait till things are thoroughly dry, so be careful. So here it says, welcome to our hive. So cute. I love this. I think it looks just so rich and so sharp against that black paint. Here's some little bees I'm going to put on randomly. So I'm going to put one down in this bottom right corner. And I'm not even showing the whole bee, just part of the bee. Making sure I don't get it anywhere else. And then I was debating how to get the rest of it. I wanted to get one more bee over here. So I'm holding part of it up, but I did get some chalk paste on the board where I didn't want it. So I'm going to get a damp baby wipe, wet baby wipe. And while the chalk paste is still wet, just gently wipe that off. And it was super easy and quick to fix. You want to keep your lid on your chalk paste as often as you can, because you do not want it to dry out at all. So there's that. It's so cute. So I've got this scrap piece of craft cardstock I'm going to make a little tag out of. So I'm going to use that same little bee transfer, and I'm just putting the one down in a corner. And I'm going to use some black chalk paste for this. And it turned out perfectly. So I'm going to let that dry before I finish up that tag. Now I'm going to work on the bow. So I've got some black and cream colored ticking fabric, a strip of it that I tore off, and I've actually coffee stained it as well. So it's a little grungy looking. I'm going to put a piece of thin twine underneath that. And then I've got some of this yellow beehive fabric that I tore a strip off. So I thought that would be cute too, and it matches the gold chalk paste. So I'm doing 2 awareness bows, one right on top of each other. Then I'm bringing that twine and just tying a bow right in the middle of it. Kind of positioning the loops and fixing them. Then I'll tie a double knot in the back and cut those extra strings off. So then I just play with it and get the loops where I want them and the tails hanging where I want them. And then where I cut those ends off, I'm refraying the ends. I wanted them to match the rest of the fabric. We can't have any straight edges, right? So I'm just going to glue that in the top of that handle, kind of in the middle of it. And I get these lot of buttons on Amazon. This one was huge. It listed, it said 500 to 700 buttons. So I don't know how many exactly I've got in there, but a whole lot. So I'm going to cut out, make a little tag out for my piece, and it wasn't completely dry, so I'm just using my heat tool and just drying it before I smudge it. I'm going to round those corners. 2 were rounded already, or 3, or 1, I guess. Now I'm just going to distress the edges just lightly with Tim Holtz Distress ink in the color Walnut Stain. Punch a hole in it, and then I'll put a piece of thin twine in it. Then I'll just hang it and see how long I need that twine. Then I'll cut the excess off. Then I'll glue that right in the center of that bow. And I have a yellow button that I'm going to use. I'm just going to glue that right in the center on the edge of those twine pieces. And it's adorable. I love how this turned out. So cute. I hope you like it too. I hope it inspires you to make something similar. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And you have a whimsical day.